Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a brand new episode of Real Talk Radio. My name is Jake the Goodman, and tonight's episode I'm going to give you a bit of a fair warning. Audio is going to sound really weird because, believe it or not, I've been having some technical difficulties on my end recently, and one of the problems that I had was one of my headphone jacks busted here, and so I need to go get that fixed before we do the next episode of Real Talk Radio. So that way, you're gonna be able to hear everyone just fine who's in the call tonight. It's just gonna sound like they're like sort of talking on a phone, which I hope you guys are cool with that and everything. So basically, and I know what you're thinking right now. You're thinking, why is this episode of Real Talk Radio being uploaded onto the Jake the Goodman channel instead of the Real Talk Radio YouTube channel, which we just created here recently? Here's a bit of a reason. Number one, I recently hit 100 subscribers here on YouTube within the past month, and I kind of just want this to be a little bit of a celebration to that, and to also kind of advertise a little bit for the Real Talk Radio YouTube channel. So, hey, consider this the 100 subscriber special for the Jake the Goodman YouTube channel. I know it's been a long time coming, but it has finally happened. I honestly didn't think it was going to happen at all. In fact, at the beginning of the year, I was only sitting at about 42 subscribers on YouTube, and now, currently at the time of this recording session, I'm at about, I want to say 109 subscribers. Okay, that's what it shows. I'm looking at it right now. 109 subscribers, so continue to subscribe if you want to. I really just post random content on here and everything, such as, like, interviews or really silly comic dubs, as you probably saw the one from the other day. But yeah, guys, joining me this evening, so far at the moment, we have our two co-hosts, which is Fanto and Taco Tony. So introduce yourselves, guys.
Ladies first, Phantom. Okay.
Fuck's sake.
Anyway, my name is Taco Tony, and this is my good friend, co-host Phantom. Introduce yourself.
Yo, sup?
You make hosting things very horrible, you know?
Gosh dang it, Fanto. Anyways, guys, so what we're going to be getting into tonight is, first thing that we're going to be talking about is, how has everyone's week been? And so, I know I kind of, skipped over him. I realized it within the past few episodes that we've done of Real Talk Radio, so I'm going to start out with him. Fanto, how is you know what, since it's been since late June that we've done an episode of Real Talk Radio, instead of, like, how's your week been going, how's the past month been going for you, buddy?
I don't know. I've been asleep for most of it.
Oh, you are so lazy, Fanto.
Nah, but there was a gaming convention on. I forgot to mention this the last episode we recorded because it was the exact same fucking. No, it wasn't. Like, it was like, remember when I said, like, my internet was gone for a while?
Yes, I remember that. That was not too long after the last Real Talk that we did.
Man, like on June 20-something. That was a fun episode.
Yeah. No, my internet got it back, though. Like, I could only message you guys at the convention because something happened, and apparently it was one of my parents' fault because they didn't bring the bloody internet divider because it was on warranty for 3 years. We had it for 4 years. They didn't get it fucking fixed.
Dang, they don't like you.
No, they don't, Fanto. But it's okay, we like you, Fanto.
Mention, like, literally was Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic the Gathering. There was a few other things like Warhammer 40k, bolt action stuff.
Harsh.
So that's a little bit.
Besides that, I've just been playing video games, going to the card shop to play some tournaments and Yu-Gi-Oh! Pretty much the normal.
Ooh, how the tournaments go?
I don't really win that much. Other players are better than me.
But it wins the ladies a lot.
There's one that happened today. I got the bye, which basically, the bye is like when you don't have a player against you. Like, the tournament has an odd number. I don't got an even number of players. So that was like first round, but like it was a sneak peek. So basically, it was costing extra. Normally, it'd be €5. This one was €25. So basically, what we were doing, we were basically buying booster packs, and we opened the booster packs, and then we got the builder deck from the boosters, and then just played with those.
That's interesting to hear. You know, I need to play more of these card games because I know how interesting the communities for Yu-Gi-Oh! And especially Pokemon are. Fanto, I do want to ask you about the anime convention, how that went, but I was figuring we save that for in just a little bit because I'm going to be talking about how my Tokyo and Tulsa experience was, and so I figured you could talk about your experience with your convention then, kind of discuss what we thought of it, what some things we'd recommend and everything. Okay, so now that we've talked to our friend Fanto to ask him how his past month has been going, let's move on over to our dear friend Taco Tony. Tony, how has the month of July been for you, dude?
Honestly, the month of July has been pretty good.
That is really good to hear. Anything interesting happening?
Well, I've been working on some art with some other people, so just making art here and there. And last week I went to Monday Night Raw, which was fun.
Ooh, how was that? Tell us about it.
Though. I had fun though. It was pretty good. And the week before that, it was an anime con that me and people at work, a few people at work went to, and kind of ran into some old friends there. So kind of hang out there and stuff like that, which was pretty good.
Wow, so it seems as if all three of us have been to an anime convention in the past month. And so, Tony, we will add your anime convention to the list whenever we get into discussion about our anime convention trips as of recent. So, man, I am so jealous that you got to go to Monday Night Raw, man. I would absolutely love to go to one of those someday. I seriously would. I would love to go with, like, you know what? You know what, Tony? Let's plan a trip right now. Me, you, Fanto, K-Swiss, Ultima. We all get together and we all go watch some Monday Night Raw. How about that?
That's true, but you gotta realize, Fanto don't watch wrestling, Ultima don't watch wrestling. Me, you, and Casey are the only ones that do.
True. Actually, I was thinking Ultima. I think he watches some of that stuff. Which, okay. So, by the way, if you're wondering where Casey is, I will tell you this real quick. He's taking a little bit of a break from the show at the moment, and what he's doing right now is he's actually doing something really cool. I forgot to mention this, but now that you mentioned it, it just reminded me. He has actually started doing his own vlogs now on his YouTube channel, which I recommend you guys go check that out. I will post a link down in the description to Casey's YouTube channel. He's done about 3 or 4 vlog videos now, and they're all really good because here's the thing. It's really interesting to watch vlog videos because the way he does it is he just doesn't like sit behind a computer and have his camera on and talk to you guys. No. He does like what a lot of people do. He goes out into, the public and everything, kind of walks around, gives you a tour of his area, and it really livens it up. So, and also he's the one who's basically behind the entire production of Introvert Reality. So he's doing really good, and I really hope that he keeps doing an awesome job with his vlogs and working with Introvert Reality, which that is going to be complete awesome. I will tell you this, guys. We're not going to reveal any bit of the story until like the episodes come out, but we have an interesting plot line developed. Ultima knows about it, but we're not going to say anything. We're not going to mention anything about it. Sorry, Tony. I think I cut you off by accident.
It's fine. I was saying I'm looking forward to the next few episodes of Introvert Reality, and I was saying you'll be quite surprised on what we have in store for our story because it's going to be quite into that saga of yours.
Awesome. Well, we'll have to check in on your guys' series here in just a little bit. Okay, so I'm looking in the chat. Ultima said it'll be a little bit because he's working on some stuff at the moment. Basically, getting back on track now, how my week was, or my past month, it's been very busy, yet very good at the same time. Pretty much since the last time that we did an episode of Real Talk Radio, I've gotten into my internship. I've been really hammering down on summer classes, and I got to go to Tokyo and Tulsa, so... Like I just said a second ago, it's been very busy, yet very fun. Also, there's been a lot of different projects that we've gotten to be a part of as of recently. So, a lot of different people from these different communities, such as Team Studiopolis, Light Ivy Pictures, Ryan the Griffith. I would love to get some... Let me ask you this. Taco Tony and Phantom, would you guys ever want to meet some of the people from that community, from any of those communities? Would you like to maybe have them on there? You can meet them and everything. Would you guys like to do that at some point?
Yeah.
Really, that's awesome because, I've talked to some people. They want to hop on Real Talk, and basically, I mean, you guys know how Real Talk is. We really just get on here and talk the entire time. Now, moving on to our next topic. We love talking about anime and video games. We got some video game news that we want to talk about. There it is! Is that our good friend Ultima?
Oh, hell yeah.
Ultima, how has your past month been, buddy?
Shit. Very shit.
I'm sorry it's had to be like that, buddy.
Shit. Oh, don't worry. It can get a lot worse, but for now, I'm doing alright. I'm sorry I had to interrupt, though. I finally had some time to breathe.
It's all good, man. It's all good. But you know what? If you're going through stuff right now, don't worry, bud. We're always here for you, man. We love you.
Yeah.
Aw, thanks.
So, what we're going to be getting into right now is, as we were talking about a couple minutes ago, it seems as if me, Fanto, and Taco Tony all went to anime conventions within the past month. I'll basically open up the floor and everything and discuss, how Tokyo and Tulsa was, and just some of my thoughts about it. So, back 2 weekends ago, I took a day trip to Tulsa to go to the anime convention, and this is a convention that I went to last year. And I went the entire weekend, and I told myself I would come back because I really did enjoy it. Well, I came back this year, and it seemed as if there was even more people who attended the con and everything. Okay, Fanto went to a gaming con, not an anime. My misunderstanding, I'm sorry. But still a convention, though. So, I went to Tokyo and Tulsa, and... one of the people that I got to see there was someone who we got to interview on Real Talk Radio before, Rachel Messer, who was back at it this year. Of course, now she's working at Funimation and everything, and it was really cool getting to catch up with her. And a lot of other voice actors were there talking. Keith Silverstein, who is someone I've been wanting to meet for quite a while. There's a lot of other different people there from Funimation. I can't remember some of their names, but... one of the panels that I went to for Rachel Messer was a really good panel because there was 3 other voice actresses there, and one of them I know was the voice of Dadan from One Piece. And then some of the other panels that I went to was a couple of Keith Silverstein's panels, which was interesting because we got to see basically the evolution of voicing in video games, say from 1980 to up until this day. I'm not able to share the audio clip, but if you guys want to hear the very first ever voice clip in a video game, search up Mattel Electronics B-17 Bomber. It is the most beautiful thing you'll ever hear on the internet. I'm just kidding. It sounds fucking terrible, but for 1981, it was pretty good. Thank you, Ultima. And Ultima, you were actually one of the people who got to talk to Rachel Messer. Whenever we did the interview here about a year ago.
He's not the only one. Yeah, it was awesome.
See, even Ultima will tell you that it was awesome, that she's a really good person. I'd love to have her back on the podcast sometime. And if so...
Same.
Yeah, see? So we got to get her back, man. Sometime, whenever she's not busy. My personal thoughts on Tokyo and Tulsa was... It was a good con, yes. But I would recommend just a couple things. With it being so hot outside, a lot of people want to have a place to sit indoors to cool off a little bit. I would just say for next year, they just need to put out like some more tables, like on the inside, because there really wasn't a whole lot, and set up some more water stations. But other than that, I thought it was a pretty cool con. Bought myself a t-shirt, got to play some of the games they had in the gaming room. Like, they had Smash Brothers, they had... What else did they have? They had some games I never even heard of before, like for like Super Nintendos and everything. But, so that's a little bit of my experience with Tokyo and Tulsa. So, now, Fanto, you went to a gaming convention. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, basically, it's called Conclave. It's... apparently what it's advertised is one of Ireland's biggest gaming cons, but it doesn't seem that way. Basically a lot of card games, board games, war games, tabletop games. So basically war games would be like Warhammer 40k, tabletop would be like and RPGs would be like Dungeons and Dragons, card games of course, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Magic the Gathering there.
Magic the Gathering!
I still haven't
Sorry, I
played
just keep
that.
blasting
since-
the microwave.
I'm surprised you haven't played it like 10 times in a row yet, like what we used to do.
No, I'm more of a Yu-Gi-Oh player. I don't even go near the Pokemon TCG either.
No, you stay. You gotta be careful when you're around the competitive side of Pokemon.
You'd be surprised, Ultima. There's more fucking Pokemon players than there is Yu-Gi-Oh. See? There's more Pokemon players than there is Yu-Gi-Oh or Magic. Magic has the least amount of players, then it's Yu-Gi-Oh, then it's Pokemon. For the trading
I
card
mean, let's be
games.
real, Yu-Gi-Oh now is completely more complicated than it was in the beginning.
True.
Because now they have a new one, Link Summoning, so like, since it came out, there was the fusion monsters, the ritual monsters, the normal monsters, and the effect monsters, and then we got the Synchro monsters, then the Xyz monsters, the Synchro, yeah, Pendulum, and now we got
Also,
the
sorry
Link
if I'm lagging.
monsters.
All aboard the lagging wagon for Ultima. Choo choo.
Oh, bad we don't have the clip.
Yeah, I don't anymore.
Sadly,
All I
the
have is
lagging
this.
wagon left the station. So you say that the Pokemon, there's like a lot of Pokemon card games and Yu-Gi-Oh card games, and you said you didn't win anything, but what I want to ask you is, what were your thoughts on the convention?
Overall, it was pretty good because there was other stuff. Because like I was in one of the Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments, and all I heard was crashing and banging. Because I'm pretty sure I sent you this into another group chat. There was like people in medieval costumes, basically cosplaying as like people from the past, with like a wooden shield and sword or something. That, and like there was all other types of stuff. Like there was someone who was making models of like figurines and stuff.
That'd be a cool thing to do, like make models, figurines, and like sell them at conventions for a pretty good price. I know that's what a lot of people usually go out and do. But yeah, in fact, I remember seeing the Instagram post that you did here whenever you was at the convention.
Yeah,
it looked pretty fun.
Yeah, it was on one of my accounts. Sorry, I cut you off.
No, you're fine. It happens to me on Skype all the time, dude. So now that we've talked about the convention you went to and that you liked it and everything, Tony, you said you went to a convention here as well as a artist and everything. Tell us a little bit about this.
Well, we're basically doing like, I think it was week 2 or week 3 of the program, but week 2 was like some convention we went to in Virginia, and and the name sort of throws me off a little bit. The name of the con was called it was called Senpai Con.
Senpai Con? Senpai Con?
Of course your fucking weeb ass would go to that.
How come Tony goes to SenpaiCon? Oh my god, dude, that is the best thing I've heard. That sounds like a con name. Sorry, I'm gonna cut you off, Tony, but I have to say this. That sounds like a con name someone would write in there like their fan fiction or something.
Never mind. But,
I'm just gonna hold my statement because Tony doesn't need this today.
True.
No. Don't worry, Ultima. I'm gonna have to kill you anyway. So what you guys say?
Okay. Well, now they're planning on killing me. That is the weebiest thing I've ever heard you do.
The funny thing,
I'm guessing that SenpaiCon did not notice you.
Oh, good one, Ultima.
Actually,
Oh, do not tell me that it noticed you. Oh my god, that would have been the most fanfickiest thing I've heard. Please stop right where you go. Just stop.
no.
Stop when you're ahead.
Let me explain. Let me explain.
Don't make me
The reason why some people, well, a lot of people knows me because, you know, I run an anime account on Instagram and stuff like that. And with 76,000 followers now, I post pictures of myself on my account. I posted pictures of myself on there so people know what I look like and stuff like that. And when I went there, I was telling people I don't think I told people I was going there, but I just mentioned in the comments like I'd be there and stuff like that, comment on other people's posts and all that. So I got to meet with some good fans and stuff like that. We took pictures and everything, which was fun. And there was a lot of females wearing Neko costumes. I had to go the other way around.
Well, of course, that would be at SenpaiCon, dude.
I had to go the other way around because it wasn't gonna be right. But I met some good voice actors, some very old friends of mine, and what's her name? And actually, the lady that y'all interviewed though.
Mm-hmm.
What's her name again? The lady that y'all interviewed though.
Jessica Messer.
Oh, Rachel Messer.
Yeah. So basically, before I totally forgot about this, but because they on a website they did like a little thing of guests they wanted to con, right?
Yeah.
So Rachel Messer, even though she works for Funimation now, kind of typed in her name a little bit, and I was like, "Come on, get Rachel in there, But luckily we couldn't get her sad face. But I actually wanted to meet her though. I never met her before, but I heard her voice acting skills and I like it.
Ironically enough, I actually met her. She came to my college here about 3 or 4 years ago. She had like a little class thing she was doing over a weekend, and that's like how I met her and everything. She is one of the let me tell you this, dude. She is one of the nicest people you will ever meet, and she is really, really super sweet. One thing I want to mention is she was just recently on a thing for, I can't remember the name of it, but like MatPat and a few other people were on this like 2 weeks ago on some show for Disney XD. So she's even got to do some stuff for Disney lately, dude. That is awesome. Rachel, I don't know if you're listening to this, but that is completely awesome right there.
But yeah, I got to meet her one day. But like, I ran into some old good friends of mine. I ran into shut up, whoever did that. I ran into Jamie Marchi, one of my favorite voice actors of one of my favorite characters from High School DxD. And I ran into, I don't want to mention her name because she's crazy, but Phantom here likes her, but yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No?
Yes, you do.
No?
But as I was saying,
Just saying, it'll be bleeped out.
Basically, I ran into her, and I got an email from Vic Magana finally emailed me back.
Did you say Vic Magaga?
Yep,
that's what I heard.
It's Vic Mignogna. I have to correct you on that, Tony. I'm sorry.
I thought it was Magana. I said that.
Well, I mean, when you look at it, it looks like Magogna, but it's Mignogna. It's
Okay,
weird.
Okay. So I was asking him like in the future, like if it's possible, we can do some voice acting things together. And he was like, yeah, sure. Let me know when you're going to start doing animation for it. I was like, okay, nice. And so far, it's for our story me and Phantom doing called the Shogun Eclipse Universes Aligned.
Oh.
You were gonna try to get him for Shogun?
Huh?
You were gonna try to get him for Shogun?
No, I'm gonna look. I'm a voice actor myself, so I'm gonna voice act my characters on my own.
Yeah.
Lord.
But I mean, like, no, I meant the
But
series,
what-
not Shogun himself, but I mean,
Vic-
like, for the series.
Vic, I was telling them, can he voice Broly for when we get to Dragon Ball? When we get to a Dragon Ball crossover.
Oh.
So when we get there, I was gonna ask him, can he voice Broly? So that'd be pretty fun, though. So,
Vegeta, how would you like to meet Broly?
but it got very quiet. But
I'm doing the crickets. That's what I'm
above
doing.
all,
The
the
crickets.
con was pretty good though. Like I got a bunch of new mangas to read and stuff like that, and I got some more met up with some gaming YouTubers and stuff like that. So it was a pretty good con, and I met somebody who did.
better not be hentai.
I mean, 4 of them were, but yeah.
Oh my god, the weeaboo admitted it!
He admitted it. He did it, guys. He said it. He's in.
But and then I met a girl who cosplayed as Phantom. Don't hate me for this, but she cosplayed as Pico.
Are you serious, dude?
No! No! Fuck no!
Fanto, calm down.
As I was saying.
Why would that fucking cosplay is a fucking weird fucking nightmare inducing?
Let me
Okay,
finish.
Fanto, calm down, buddy. Let's take it down a notch. You don't need to blow everyone's ears out. I'm sorry if that happened to you guys, by the way.
I mean, I'm doing a pretty good job at it myself.
True. So, back to what you were saying, Tony.
So basically, as I was saying, she cosplayed as probably one of the most cringiest anime characters known. Well, not really anime characters, but probably one of the most cringiest characters in anime history. And
Oh, I didn't know
Honest-
she cosplayed Kirito.
Oh!
first of all, don't make fun of Naruto like that.
I said Kirito, not Naruto,
Oh,
bruh.
Kirito. But
Bruh. You know I respect Naruto.
So basically, during the con, I was like, okay, I said this to her. I was like, okay, I'll be honest. You're very pretty, but why would you cosplay as him?
Because she wants to turn off people.
And like,
True.
it took her like at least about 5 minutes to. I mean, no. It took her like at least about 10 minutes to answer me.
She had to really think about it.
She was looking for her Coco.
No, because
Bruh.
she answered the she answered the question, but she pissed me off too because she played the Boku no Pico theme, and while she was thinking of her answer, I was like, you know what?
You know what? Here, I got the thing that I think went through your head.
Oh no! And so I'm like,
JoJo's Bizarre Adventures.
Is that a JoJo reference?
saying what?
My dude. Yes.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So I guess we can pretty much say that Taco Tony has had an interesting time at this Senpai Con. It sounded like he, had some interesting moments that happened.
A lot of cringe.
A
Just
lot.
by the name itself, added with more cringe with Boku no Pico added.
hmm
No.
Real Talk Radio, bringing you the cringe.
Oh yeah, but basically, as I was saying, when it took her like at least about 10 minutes to answer me. And then she said, well, I think Pico's cute. And I was like, I think you're crazy. But the only thing that was distracting me was, Santo, you know.
What? Were you staring at tits again?
She was huge.
Wow.
Interesting.
And
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
but-
admitted it again.
okay, well, basically, the con was pretty good though. Besides that downside, but I got to meet some old friends of mine. So I was talking about the story with them and all that. So, and I got to and they had like a maid cafe there, which I didn't want to go to. Actually, fuck it, yeah, I did want to go to it, but
That is the perfect reaction.
I went to the maid cafe, and like the funniest thing that happened there. So this is like my typical anime moment, like anime moment. Well, ecchi for short, but so basically, this girl, these group of girls were cosplaying, you know, Neko Maze and all that stuff like that. Something Phantom's a fan of, but so they was cosplaying that and stuff like that. And then one of the girls recognized me from my account. I was like, fuck. So she was like, DXD Senpai, so good to see you. I was like, oh, for fuck's sakes.
Oh, they recognized you.
She
Not
wants
by
her
your
hey,
actual
hey,
account,
hey.
but your ecchi account. Seriously.
And my face too.
Guys, you know what?
this
She
is so
just
funny.
wants
And the
she
funny
just
thing,
wants
She
her
also
tone.
recognized you from one of your live streams.
Yeah, and the funny thing, all 5 of them recognized me. So I'm like, crap. And like, and then like, I didn't want to get up and hug, so like, I was hugging them, but the only problem is, it was a bunch of pillows hitting my face. So yeah.
So basically, Tony got raped by Harem.
Oh, shut up. But
She just wanted.
I thought that was every freaking anime watcher's dream.
Yeah.
yeah, that is true.
They just want their Tony-san senpai notice me.
Give me your taco!
Hey, Goodman, to make things more funny for you, they actually said that.
Are you Are you serious? I want to go kill my. I want to just go find myself like a bottle of bleach
No,
right now.
because
Man.
the funny thing, I was in a call with Phantom when he said that.
God, dude, how do you feel about that, dude?
Actually, it was embarrassing, to be honest.
I don't blame you one bit, man. I'd be embarrassed also if that happened to me.
It was embarrassing. Then like they had like ramen as like one of the dishes. I was like, I take 2 bowls of actually I had like 5 bowls of ramen that day. It was so good. But
So you got 5 bowls of the college special?
fuck you. But so basically, as I was saying, I got like
Hey,
like-
Legend of Zelda.
I had like 5 bowls of ramen and stuff like that. And then as I was getting up, I forgot that my headphone cord was underneath the bowl. So as I was picking it up, it kind of hit one of the maids. So it was crazy.
That was pathetic.
It was pathetic. Thank you. But
Fatality.
shut up. But
Mortal Kombat.
another thing which really had my typical anime moment. You wanna know what she did next?
What?
Come on, Phantom.
I'm afraid to guess.
Phantom, what happens when something spills on an anime girl? Think about it.
They moan.
No! Well, she did do that. But another thing that happened, buttons start coming off.
Oh God.
I didn't want to say that
Oh.
one. That's why I went and said she moaned.
I don't hear a downside to this, but please continue.
Well, I want to continue, but she
No,
started.
please continue. I need
She
to hear
started
this.
She started unbuttoning her shirt. I was like, oh shit.
Tony was probably. I imagine Tony's like staring at it, sweating and like wiping sweat off of his face. Like, oh, is it getting a little hot in here?
Actually, I'm laughing at the picture we took together. That's all. But the funny thing about that, you know, she said that really had me throw me off.
What?
Oh.
She, as soon as she finished like drying off in between the oh my god, as soon as she got finished like getting the stuff off her and all that. So basically, this is like probably one of the baddest times I had a cream pie. Let me ask you, you already know why.
Oh, innuendo for the win.
I kind of threw it at her.
You threw a cream pie, if you know what I mean.
I threw it at her, and then she threw it at me, and then something sensational happened.
What? I want to know. This is not like this is awkward enough or anything. Please continue.
Yes, please keep building up this combo.
We made out.
Oh. Yo, dude.
It, This sounds like a glorified fan fiction. I'm sorry.
This does.
Shut up.
Someone should totally write this for us. Someone, you know what? Someone needs to draw this out
We
for
all
us.
know Ultima's probably writing this shit right now.
I'm not writing
Ultima?
anything.
Ultima?
My buttons are on my soundboard.
So we made out, and then to make things worse, guess what she told me?
What?
I looked at her hand and I knew she had a wedding ring on.
Oh, wow.
So guess what she said?
God,
What?
yes.
So guess what she said?
What?
I said this to her. Either your marriage is that bad or you just don't give a damn. And then she said yes to the first thing I said. And I was like, but you technically is married, but wait, she was like, you gonna stop kissing me? I was like, no, but still.
Wait,
And
what? Repeat?
She was like, well, technically I'm still married, but this is wrong that I'm doing. And I was like, I don't give a damn. I'm still kissing you anyway. So after that,
This sounds like this is like what Ultima said. Basically how a fan fiction would play out. Like, imagine like you're a 13-year-old, you're sitting at your house, you're.
Stuff I've heard from him, a lot of stuff Tony
Trust
gets
me,
himself
trust me.
into
I
is
got-
a fucking fan fiction and a half.
yeah, I went to Japan 8 times. I'll tell you the whole story about that.
Oh yeah,
But,
Yandere.
oh yeah, Ultima. Basically, he said Yandere because I literally had to jump from a crazy chick who was that pressed for the holy sword.
Whoa, a holy sword?
Okay.
What do you mean by this?
Here's my
The great
Down
title.
below,
reaction.
down below, you fucking idiot.
Okay.
the golden rod, the holy grail, the holy sword.
Shut up,
Excalibur.
Ultima.
And he had to Assassin's Creed jump out the fucking window.
Don't you mean the
Yeah,
Master
like,
Sword?
I literally had to jump to get away from this girl. But back to the story. But basically, I continued making out with her and all that. And then I did the most dumbest thing a man should ever do.
What?
I'm
Phantom.
ready to play this combo breaker button again.
Phantom.
Yes?
You remember that one scene in Monster Gawk and HXH?
Yeah.
Remember one thing that he squeezed?
Yep.
So you caught the feel?
Yep. And I didn't realize it.
Oh God
I
damn
didn't
it!
realize it, right? It didn't like to make things worse, right? I mean, it was fun for me, but to make things funny for her, this girl started sweating so hard. And I was like, okay.
Are you sure that was fair, or was it the leftover ramen?
As I was saying,
Let's be real. That wasn't sweat. That was just that extra broth.
Yeah.
That started this whole thing. That was a reminder.
okay, that probably was, but as I was saying, I just noticed that, like, she started, you know, the typical anime girl that goes crazy every time they get, you know, Ultima.
I mean, I've seen Shimonetta, so that's like the
Yeah,
extreme.
like that,
I want to see your
like that.
range.
They get, like when Neko's getting the heat, pretty much. Short for that, they get horny, pretty much.
For all of you who don't know, getting in heat, please educate yourself. Read
Yeah,
a book,
please.
watch anime,
Yeah.
do something.
Go.
But basically, she started doing that, and I was like, man, if I don't get my ass out of here in the next 5 minutes, I'm gonna do something I'm totally regret.
As horrible as for me to say this, I feel like your thought process. I think you had better priorities than leaving.
Oh, trust me.
I agree with
This is
Ultima
the
on
best
this
damn
one.
decision I ever made. And then, let me just. Okay, we gotta move on to the next thing, but long story short, let's just say I had a phenomenal time at SenpaiCon.
It would have been even more phenomenal if your anime moment got fulfilled. If you know what I mean.
I think we all know what he means. So basically, this episode of Real Talk Radio has turned into Taco Tony's sexual confessions.
It did.
Anything else you want to
Actually,
confess,
that's-
Tony, before we
That's
move
a
on?
segment of this. That's a
It did.
segment.
Ultima did.
Wait, what? I did what now?
Nothing. We'll save the story for another time. Continue.
Okay.
Okay.
So the next topic that it's gonna be really awkward moving on from what we were just talking about to the next topic of Real Talk Radio. You know, we like to talk about which anime we've watched recently, and I'll basically open up this. Within the past month, I really haven't watched much anime, really, to be honest with you. But I have been able to catch up with the One Piece dub, which is really good because they're up to about Fishman Island now. I'd like to basically the beginning point. We met like Hody Jones and everything, and I hope I pronounced that correctly. Other than that, I haven't really watched much anime. What about you, Fanto? Any anime you've been watching recently that you might want to recommend to people?
Tony knows half the anime I've been watching lately. But,
No context, just keep going.
So basically, the anime, I'm pretty much rewatching the same thing because I got to do it for the story. So basically, the anime that we've been watching is like the stuff I recommended for the story. So
basically, Mark and Key.
Yeah.
Have you guys been watching hentai together?
Okay.
Keijo.
Keijo, yeah.
Is this 2015 all over again?
Oh no, God, no. I don't want it to be 2015 again.
Yeah.
Other than that, I've been watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Frames and Pokemon Sun and Moon and Dragon Ball Super.
That's actually an anime they were playing at the convention was Dragon Ball Super. Something I want to talk about afterwards is the Pokemon movie that just came out, but let's move on to Tony. Tony, what's some anime you've been watching?
Well, besides rewatching all the anime so I can get a better use of how I'm doing the story, but I've been watching this recent anime called it was called, I don't know how to pronounce it correctly, but it's called Hajimete no Gao, and it's a pretty good anime, typical harem anime, but
Yeah, you pronounced it right, Tony.
But yeah, it's a pretty good anime. The funny thing, the dude got laid on his first day meeting the girl. That was funny. But
It's
I also
interesting.
been watching a little bit of One Piece and Dragon Ball Super. So like Dragon Ball Super, I've been watching that, and I've been watching a lot of I've been rewatching a lot of Sekirei. So it was pretty good.
That's good to hear. So if you guys want to, you can go check out those animes that we've mentioned. What about you, Ultima? What's some anime? Have you been watching any anime as of recent?
Even watching Oni Chi-Chi.
Are you going to finish that croissant?
God damn it, Carl, get out of here.
Even watching Oni Chi-Chi.
No, actually, as far as anime, I've been in like a very stagnated area. Like I haven't been watching anime. I've been reading more manga as of recently, been following the weekly manga and trying to look for some new ones.
Ooh.
Like as far as manga, I've been caught up with My Hero Academia, like where it's going.
Oh yeah, same here.
I've caught up with The Promised Neverland, which anyone who hasn't read it, give it a read. I feel like you'll like it. If you especially like shit that goes really dark real quick. And I just got done reading Dr. Stone a while ago.
Yes, and I remember you said something on Facebook about it, that it's one of the better things that you've read in a long time, correct?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I like the... I mean, it's not a spoiler when I say this. I like the whole post-apocalyptic feel that it has.
Mm-hmm.
And without spoiling it, I do like the characters. They're very funny. They're very relatable, except for the antagonist, who is a fucking monster. And I really like how... I like how the story is written, like how much pacing it goes through, how much it explains. There's not so much, it's not so much, I'm trying to figure the word, but I can't remember it because I'm a retard, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're not.
Yeah, there's no, exposition, there we go. There's not too much of that, and there's a lot more action than speaking, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
As far as other manga, I've been reading Black Torch, which is a monthly manga. It's all right. I tried showing it to a few of my buddies, and they couldn't keep reading it because the whole protagonist gets captured and now works with them sort of trope. They hated that for some reason, and I thought it was all right. And then I'm not gonna say the Japanese name because it changed. Fire Force. I've been collecting and reading.
Oh,
Nice.
that one.
Yeah, So yeah, I've been reading a lot more. Even the Legend of Zelda manga I've been trying to collect. Which,
They got a manga?
if you ever, yeah, they got a manga. The story, it's weird, but that's because like you're not playing a game. They had a set story, and
Yeah,
so
you're
far
used
they
to
got
playing a game more than just reading the stuff.
yeah, and so far they got Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, which I have, and Oracle of Season of Ages in one book. So far, no
Legend of
Wind
Zelda,
Waker.
Minish Cap, Four Swords Plus, Majora's Mask, Oracle of Ages, Oracle of Seasons, Skyward Sword, Twilight
Those are the
Princess,
manga?
and Ocarina of Time.
It's
yeah, they're all
crazy that-
manga.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy that I've
But
beat
no
every
Wind
single one of
Waker.
those
What the
games.
frick?
Yeah, come on, give Wind Waker a freaking manga. And I've actually had the opportunity. Funny that you mentioned that because I've actually read a couple of like the Legend of Zelda manga issues, and they're really good. I think. Like, I mean, yeah, it's like you said, it's weird because it's not in actual like video game format and whatnot, but it does a good job of like telling the story and everything, and so I think it's worth a read. Also,
Oh yeah, Super Mario getting
Yeah,
the manga too.
yep, Super Mario's. Yeah, I think they just
Oh,
brought it back
that's what-
recently.
Super Mario
all by
Sunshine for
Disney,
Coma
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. But they're getting a
and
new
Super
one
Mario
based on,
Con.
they're getting another one based on Super Mario Odyssey, and Sonic is getting one based on Sonic Forces.
Yeah, the Sonic comics are actually getting renewed for 2018 because Archie dropped them and they're getting picked up by a different company. But so yeah, I mean, like there's a lot of different video game franchises that do have comics going for them and everything. Like I know, actually, yeah, Mega Man used to have one also. I remember that as well. That was like it was a while back, I believe.
Yeah, Mega Man Mega Mix.
I'm trying to think who else
Only
had
another
a.
Mega Man game were to drop.
Sorry, what?
Should come. Another Mega Man game should come out though, but people at Capcom too lazy to make it.
People like Capcom just want to keep making, remakes, and I know people who are Mega Man fans, and they've been, itching for a new Mega Man game. And these are like people who absolutely love the Mega Man X series, which I hear is a really good series. I want to pick it up at some point. So I mean, you can't. I don't know why you would stop making new games for a franchise that's as known as Mega Man. Like he's one of those franchises that's been around basically since mid to late '80s, I believe.
Yeah, I
I
think
mean-
80 something.
It depends on like what their last game did, because it could have been like Metroid, to where it was the title of the game and it was received poorly, and so they stopped. And after a long period of time, they're probably going to either bring it back or just let the fans do whatever they want and then copyright them because
Just
fuck,
like
they're
they
assholes.
remake Crash
Because
Bandicoot.
Nintendo likes to do that. I mean, we love you, Nintendo, but come on.
Yeah,
Just
but
like
yes,
they
with
remake
Crash Bandicoot, that was received really well. Like it's dominating a lot of different countries.
Wow!
Since it's dominating,
Sorry,
it's
go
gonna come out with a new game.
Wow!
Yeah. Now I'm just asking, give me Bloodborne 2 for God's sakes.
Yes!
Awesome.
More Bloodborne, please.
Bloodborne 2, Monster Hunter World, I need those.
Oh, Monster Hunter World, I'm looking forward to.
Dark Souls Crash Bandicoot Edition. Best edition ever. 10 out of 10.
There's
Wow!
supposed to be a Monster Hunter. Isn't there supposed to be a Monster Hunter coming out for the Switch?
Mm-hmm.
The Switch.
That would be Monster Hunter World, but that's gonna be, I think, a later release date than
Yeah, it's gonna come
consoles.
out for the 3DS as well, and it's gonna be the 3DS can co-op with the Switch, I think.
Mm-hmm.
The Switch.
I mean,
it's coming out for the Switch, PS4, and Xbox One.
I could see why they're doing it, but I feel like they should just move on from the 3DS. When it comes to Monster Hunter, just move to the Switch, no 3DS version.
No,
Yep.
they moved to a Switch, but the sales that 3DS got, and plus it got one of the strongest gaming operating systems on the man, so they ain't gonna stop no time soon.
True, but it's like Twilight Princess. It's like you have the new port and then you have the previous port with like different control scheme.
Right.
Yeah. I say the same thing for Fire Emblem.
And while we're on the topic of video games, I want to talk about one thing that's actually related to it, and Fanto brought it up. For those of you who don't know, there's a brand new Pokemon film that just came out in Japan here recently, and I would imagine it's going to get dubbed here in the United States soon, which I can't wait for it. But there was a 20th anniversary special that Pokemon came out with. And basically, it was a
same name as the very first episode of the actual first anime season, Pokemon Indigo League.
Yes, but here was a bit of the interesting thing.
I just found the manga for it there, just like literally 2 seconds ago. I'm reading it right now.
Did y'all
Nice.
see the movie?
Yes, but about the movie, it's like Phanto says. It's basically like the first episode of Pokemon to ever come out. Here's the interesting part about it. It doesn't show Brock or Misty, which could open up discussion about like alternate universes or whatever. But from what I've seen, it looks really good, and I love just how fresh and clean everything looks, especially with like Professor Oak, and you know where I saw the image of where he gets rid of Butterfree. Sorry, what, Phantom?
Ash Ketchum, are you a boy or a girl?
I don't know.
Well, too bad. Go out to the world so I can plow your mother.
Mr. Mime.
That's from the abridged series too. He decided to do the voice. I decided to do the joke from the same series.
Yes, because we love the Pokemon Abridged series. It's a really good series. I love it. I absolutely do. So, Phanto, I know since you were talking about it, what's some of your thoughts on the Pokemon film?
I actually think it's actually kind of cool that they didn't stick with Misty and Brock. Like, I know some people are butthurt, like, oh, no fucking Misty and Brock, because, like, it was nostalgic, like, but, like, we can probably see, like, the first, like, how Ash came to meet Pikachu and, like, how he started the journey in a new life.
Mm-hmm.
And also, yeah, the alternate universe is, like, we've already seen that happen in the games.
Have y'all seen
And
the
some
movie?
of the manga series, so I'm just like wondering what will they pull.
Have y'all seen the movie?
I haven't.
have
I'm
not.
currently reading the manga right now.
Haven't seen it. I've only heard about it.
What you just said is just gonna backfire on you so bad.
Have you seen it, Tony?
No,
And how would you know?
because somebody showed me.
Because somebody spoiled it.
True.
Yeah.
People are dicks like that.
I'm gonna say this though. It's gonna be like one of the best Pokemon movies to date.
I would probably agree with you on that, Tony. I think it's going to be a really good film to go watch whenever it gets a dub. I want to see it.
It's gonna be getting dubbed as soon as the other one's out. I mean, as soon as the Japanese release gets like all their proceeds and all that, since they're gonna make a lot of money from it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna get dubbed as soon as possible.
When it gets an English dub, you get a free Pikachu from. You get a free Pikachu when you go to theaters through mystery gift.
Oh, really? That would be awesome.
Lucky fuckers,
Yeah.
that won't happen in Europe.
It could. You know.
Happens a lot in Japan.
Yeah, I mean, of course, Japan got it first because Japanese-made movie, but also
Like with the Boruto premiere, we got a free manga. We got free mangas, free ramen. We had a choice. We could stay there all night if we wanted to.
Bro, they gave you free ramen at that?
Yeah, they gave us free ramen. Yeah. They gave us free ramen, free candy, free popcorn, free everything.
One more thing before we go on to this ramen talk. Other than Pikachu with the Ash hat, depending on what gen you want it to be, there's also Marshadow, the mythical Pokemon where you can get from watching Pokemon I Choose You in theaters. Although
Yeah, he's right.
that's when the English version comes out.
Yeah, he's right.
Yeah, so Japan, you lucky sons of bitches, give us Marshadow. Let me complete
Okay.
the Pokédex.
Alright, before Ultima graciously cut me off, but just kidding.
Sorry,
But,
I just had to say that out.
I'm just kidding, but
Yeah.
like when at the Boruto premiere, like dude, we stayed there pretty much. Like this is a movie theater that had hotel rooms too, dude. Best movie theater ever. And like they had like seats like where you can sleep in and stuff like that. And like Phantom. This like one of the movie theaters you would go to because they gave us like they had like VR things so we can like do VR, play VR games and all that. It was
Damn.
fun.
What witchcraft is that?
Yeah, who did this?
You know the funny thing, Phantom. This is why I say having an anime account comes into play because the movie theater knew who I was.
Oh shit.
Okay, was it before you changed your name and profile picture on Wattpad, or is it from the DXD account?
Actually, pretty much both.
Yeah.
So what I'm getting is that Tony is now a somewhat starting up internet sensation,
No, he's
and he's getting some treatment.
He's getting the fan service, if you know what I mean. Wink,
he's already
wink.
been getting the fan service well before any of us could even dream about getting any.
I'm pretty sure Ultimate gets the fan service too.
How?
Yeah, Tony, how?
How, Sway?
Okay, me, you, Goodman, and Phantom are gonna go to Tokyo one day, and I'll show y'all around.
Okay, here's the thing. Fan service, that's you. Me? Nah, man. I
no,
don't get noticed at all. I'm Deshaun Bean, man. I die.
No, you're gonna get the fan service whether you like it or not.
That
I mean,
sounds
I'm
rapey as
down.
fuck.
Like, someone's just
Okay,
gonna
that's
random. Here's what's gonna happen.
that's
Like,
soccer.
this is what I imagine for fan service.
As I was
There's gonna be someone who walks up to like Tony in Japan, and it's like, Tony-san, I drew a nice fan fiction of us. You want to see? And it's just like,
I mean, Goodman, you keep saying all this, and it already happened.
God damn it! I can't believe. I should have seen this coming, man.
No. This one fan fiction somebody wrote for me. It had me crying, laughing so hard, but it was so romantic. Let me tell you what. It was about my character, and it was called Leonardo Shogun and Aranea, somebody from Final Fantasy 15, one of my favorite characters. And you know what it's called?
What?
It was called The Shogun Chronicles of Rosalita Destruction. I like that name for some reason. Kind of cheesy, but I like it. So, it's a typical hentai fanfic, man. I went to work in that fanfic.
I'm done. I've heard enough.
Long story short, Goodman, they pretty much know who you are, too.
Really? Wait.
You, Ultima, and Phantom, too.
Real quick, if you're whoever made this fanfiction, if you're listening, nah, just nah.
I don't want to be with your.
I don't. I'm just random. I'm dead.
No, the only reason I say
and
you.
if you want to know more about me, look up a video game that'll come out soon.
No, the only reason I said that Ultimate because like when I was in the ramen shop one time, I was scrolling through Facebook and I saw you was working on that little game. You said you made a post saying you was working on something like big change coming soon and all that. Somebody behind me was like looking at the post, and I was like, oh, this is a good friend of mine. He's a game developer and all that. No game development. The ladies love him. And then they started fantasizing about your name, which is creepy.
Can I say something real quick, Tony?
Can I? I'm gonna step out for a sec and hide.
Okay. I don't blame you, Ultima. Can I hide with you, dude? So that way we don't have to see like fan fictions of. Oh God, I'm having these terrible images in my head.
Because some of these people in Japan are actually very good fans of the female you interviewed.
Really?
Yep.
Nice. By the way, Tony, I had to say this.
What?
When you were at the ramen shop or whatever, did somebody want your soggy, wet ramen noodle? There is my shitty pun of the night. Good night, everybody. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay,
Tony, you have my blessing to punch Goodman.
I do. Okay, to reiterate the stupid pun he just made, instead of saying soggy noodle, it was actually... Okay, this is gonna be a worse pun, but it was actually chocolate noodle. Oh, shit!
Yeah.
Now, Ultima, you have a right to punch me in the face.
Nah, I don't punch. I'll kick you though. I will gladly kick you. But
And like I was taking a tour because some people when I was in culinary school, some people from Horikawa's Japanese school came to visit, so I got to cook and chop vegetables with them and all that. So they explained basically the school to me pretty well. And then when I went back, kind of ran into them a little bit. So it was pretty good. Now about
again,
Phantom.
still.
The reason why they know Phantom is because of the story. And for some reason, ladies love Neko humanoid, so I blame Phantom for this.
That is the cringy side of the internet, my friend.
I mean,
So-
I could see slightly why, mainly because you don't see a cat dude, you always see cat females.
Yeah.
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 Like,
See,
then, like,
Dude
there's
is
not
like,
many
oh, I can
Neko
finally think of
guys.
something.
and when I found out people love Saber the Tigers in Japan, I was like, oh, this might be my lucky day then. But the reason why the ladies love Phantom because I explained some of the bases of the character to them, even though some of the bases was confusing as hell to me. So I had to reiterate my words because like it was like he was there because I want to punch you in the face so bad. But I reiterated the synopsis and I explained to them so it would make more sense. And they won't look confused. Lucky they didn't, but I explained like he's a very open guy, always loves to fight and all that, and he always makes sure that the job gets done. And then I swear, this one girl threw me off, right? She said in English, and I quote, Phantom, you're gonna hate me for this. She said, and I
Yeah,
quote,
I already on the way to kill you.
She said, and I
Wait, I
quote,
need to hear this.
She said, and I quote, she's,
Tell us.
You gonna say it?
Say it, boy.
so, they had a hard time pronouncing your character's name, right? Claudia Makasul. So,
See, you do know there's like multiple names they could have used. Like, did you
I
just
know.
say it was Claw or Claudrid?
No. I said Claudrid, because that was stuck in my mind for some reason. They were saying Claudrid, and this one girl was saying, holy shit, I can't say it.
Go ahead, say it. This is Real Talk Radio. You can say whatever you want.
Give me a minute.
Show
You can't
Tony,
say it.
you
Type
can
it and I'll
type
say
it if
it.
you want,
Yeah.
and I'll say it.
Hold on. I'm gonna get there. Hold on. She said, and I quote, Claudrid Makasul. She said, Claudrid Makasul, the Eclipse Warrior. She said, hold on.
Wait, the way you said it was like actually almost like pretty much perfect punctuation for the Irish.
She said he can eclipse my area at any time.
Oh, God. I'm... God. What is wrong? What is up with people nowadays?
Oh, trust me.
Get
I got
Jojo.
more. That's not it.
Does he need some milk? Oh, yes!
No, Phantom. It gets way worse than this. But, Goodman, there's one for you, too.
What? What is it? Tell me.
Like, they listed the episode, and basically, you do sound a little bit like that police dude from Family Guy.
Excuse me. I like to think of myself as Joe Swanson.
Yeah, Joe Swanson. And you know what he said?
What?
She said,
Say it.
She said, Goodman? Well, you can Swanson my Goodman anytime.
I am cringe now.
Okay,
I have
please,
cringed.
Just let me kill myself.
Ultima, let's do it together.
Okay, here's the thing, though. I still don't know how, like, basically how the fuck they would ever know me, because I'm like that weird guy that barely comes on here.
No, because that was my fault because I was looking at your Facebook post. So I was looking at the Facebook post you saying you was working on your project and all that, and they kind of, for some reason, got interested, which is kind of creepy, but...
It's like a weird thing where it's like, oh, I don't know who this person is. I don't know what the personality is. I don't know what they look like. But please, just take me already.
And you know what's funny? This was one of the chicks I had to run from.
Really?
Okay, so this is basically on par with my life. Go on. I need to know this now.
So basically, she said, Osman thinks he's a real deal, huh? I'll show him a true yandere chick. I'm like, okay, let me get the hell out of here.
Wait, repeat that last bit? I did not hear you right.
Say it.
I will show you a true yandere chick.
Okay, one, I don't think I'm the shit. I am, and this is a character. I am literally nothing.
Ultima,
Well, if you're listening to this,
Ultima,
No, BB, no.
Ultima, to us, you are the real deal, okay? You are awesome, okay?
thank you. I appreciate that, but I literally am not like.
Don't worry.
I can tell you shit, but it's not safe for the stream. Also, I don't want to get too personal.
I didn't do anything stupid and gave you your Facebook. I didn't do that.
I
Because
mean,
if I did,
even
you
if
would have got a lot. No, trust me. If I did, you would have got a lot of messages on Facebook Messenger.
Depends, because I have two Facebooks. If you did that, I always have a backup.
You a dick, but so far so good.
Hey, if I'm a dick, it's for good reason,
I'm just
or also
kidding.
for friendship.
But so far so good. My time in Japan, people know who you are.
How do we feel about
already
this?
I think, thanks to Tony, I think a lot of people in Japan knows every member of RTR right now.
I mean, I would consider that probably a good thing.
I'm not gonna
We got fans
It's a
around the
good
world
thing,
now.
man.
We can
No,
we can say that.
Goodman,
What?
knowing Tony, it's a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. It's a curse and a blessing.
Yeah, he's right. It's a curse and a blessing because there are some crazy chicks out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there is.
That
Fuck it is.
you're not wrong, dude. You're not wrong.
Okay,
And these chicks in Japan will just. But
I
let's
don't-
move.
I don't mind crazy that much, but if it gets to the point where it's just like yandere, it's like, just don't try not to kill my people. Just try to understand. If you don't, then leave.
Trust me, I had to jump off 2 buildings to get away from one chick.
Wow, really? I want to hear this story.
Phantom, tell him.
Let's
Wait,
go.
Remember the
I
story
zoned out for a sec.
I said, remember that story I told you when I had to run from that crazy chick?
So basically, she was going to throw herself on you. She went into the shower. You jumped out the You got out the window, jumped across the landing because there was bodyguards outside her her hotel room's door, and you landed in another room, which was a girl was staying in that was friends with the girl you just ran away with.
Yep.
Ran away from. Yep.
Okay, I have a question.
What?
Why were there bodyguards there?
Yeah, I want
to
to
make
know
sure
this.
he was getting raped.
Honestly, though, I don't know what type of security that place had, but I just know it was kind of a smart security, though, because, like, if somebody trying to kill you, they got somebody watching the front door so they won't kill you, but
Mhm.
it's kind of creepy, though.
Yeah, I would have to
Okay,
agree that it's creepy.
Fuck that trip to Tokyo. I ain't going.
Oh, you going, Phantom?
he's like, I'm dragging your
yeah,
ass
you
on the
said Phantom.
plane.
I'm good. I'm clear.
No, Ultima, you going.
Ultima, I kind of want to join you on
okay,
this.
Okay, if I'm going, no maid cafes for me. You better hop off if you're trying to get me to
So
one.
you're not going to make cafes?
No, fuck that.
Ultima,
Absolutely not.
Ultima, me and you, let's just go to like gaming shops and whatnot.
No, here's the thing. From what I heard about maid cafes, they're absolutely the cringiest thing to go to, and
Honestly,
that is
though-
just not my cup of tea. Like the whole maid setup, I don't do that.
I'll be honest with
If
you.
you're gonna be my waitress, at least be fucking real with me. Don't try to just be like all cutesy that you hate it for some reason. Don't hate your work. Be real, for God's sakes.
The one I went to,
Don't-
they're very real with you.
Was it a Sundre maid cafe?
Nope.
Pretty. Half of them was.
Okay, if it was half, then they're not Sundre. They just hate their job.
No, the only reason I say some of them will be real with you because, like, they will get cute for you. You want them to.
Fuck that. Nope.
Yeah, I'm
So
gonna say no
basically-
also.
Arcades, yes. I'd rather get my ass whooped in an arcade by anyone here than go to a maid cafe.
Okay, if you go to the gaming cafe that's like right down the street from the maid cafe, you're gonna have to face one dude. His name is they call him the Decapitator.
Decapitator?
Okay, I will lose completely. I won't throw it. I'll fight, but I will lose completely, and I will
Trust
be
me,
happy
he is
about it.
he's a beast at Dragon Ball Heroes.
Dragon Ball Heroes. A game
Which
I never
Dragon Ball
played, so
game
Of
is
course
that?
he'll beat me.
You'd be surprised.
Which Speaking of Dragon Ball Heroes, I got another little discussion for you guys. I think we talked about it on the last Real Talk episode, but Dragon Ball Heroes made me think of video games, and this is something that I've been kind of wanting to talk about with you guys for a little bit because I know you guys absolutely love this series. They showed good reaction there, Ultima. They showed the Kingdom Hearts 3 newest trailer back at E3, which was Sora, Donald, and Goofy in the world of Toy Story.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, that is some eye candy right there.
Yeah, I was
That is some toy
surprised
candy
at that.
right there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Now I'm hearing Marvel's in it, Big Hero
It's-
6 is in it. That's what I'm hearing.
It's like
I mean,
it's like Woody. I need you to help stop me. I need you to help stop the Heartless from destroying everything. You are a toy.
no, Toy Story 2, Toy Story World was supposed to be a part of Kingdom Hearts 2, and there were, or at least Woody and Buzz were supposed to be summons in Kingdom Hearts 2, but sadly enough, they scrapped that completely. Yeah, they couldn't scrap Atlantica, could they?
And the funny thing, they didn't scrap it 14 years later.
They didn't scrap it, they decided to finish it. Like good good developers.
Mm-hmm. But what did you guys think of that trailer?
I thought that was pretty surprising, to be honest.
There's a few aspects I liked, and if anything, there's one thing I did not like. The things I like, it's a lot more open world. You don't feel trapped in just a small little hallway area anymore. You can actually go out the window. You can do a lot of stuff. You can go around Andy's room, see some of his toys, and overall, fighting it just feels more free. Like you have a lot more freedom to do. You have more fighting room. You have a lot of shit that you can do. What I don't like is that you don't see Sid. You don't see Toy Story 1's antagonist, Sid, anymore.
Aw, but I wanted to throw Sid into the grill.
Nah, I think Toy Story is its own story, like what they did with Pirates of the Caribbean second tour. Like it's just their own story.
Okay.
Sorry, go on.
Okay, so basically, I'm a little bit sad that there's no Sid in the upcoming Kingdom Hearts 3 Toy Story universe, but you know what? I think it's gonna be really fun. I think I really hope you get to go to Pizza Planet. That would be pretty cool.
Maybe, but I don't know.
Pizza Planet? Oh boy. Sorry, Tony. What were you gonna say?
I said I did see a screenshot of Big Hero 6.
Yeah, that was confirmed. Sorry, go on.
And then I seen something with Marvel and all that. Then I found out that's confirmed. And then I seen something with Final Fantasy 15, and that's confirmed for Kingdom Hearts 3.
They're probably just gonna have the characters like with Leon and Yuffie in the group, just their characters.
Noctis is in it, Prompto's in it, Gladio's in it, Ignis is in it.
Yeah,
and they're gonna be
probably
facing
just
off
the
against
characters, not the world.
It's gonna be a world.
Oh.
They're going to be facing off against Arden. But the only aspects that they want to do is, should they fast forward 10 years later into the final battle, or should they just be showing up in between and have, a different storyline?
I would say just different storyline, just because they would want to put more attention to to Final Fantasy 15. So it's like, oh, if you want to see how this goes on, play this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I want to wait is for fucking Star Wars.
Oh my god.
Battlefront
Getting to use a lightsaber.
No.
Yes.
I mean, Kingdom Hearts Star Wars world.
Sora, I am your father. No.
Yeah, freaking Sora versus Palpatine and Vader. Luke in your party or something. Or
We can have Yoda in a Kingdom Hearts
goes
game.
Endor with what?
We can have Yoda in a Kingdom Hearts game.
That depends on what episode they do, though.
True.
Ooh.
I think they might do Rogue One.
Will the kid do?
But
It's up to them.
least do the arc where Yoda's alive, because I do want to see that.
So what, like the prequels?
I guess so, yeah.
I'd be down with the prequels, fighting Darth Maul and shit.
Yeah.
I think that'd be pretty cool as well. So now that we've talked a little bit about our excitement for Kingdom Hearts 3, the last thing I want to discuss on this evening's show is we kind of already brought it up, like how the Shogun Eclipse project's been going. We can tell that it's been going quite well. It's been getting really popular and everything, which I'm happy for you guys. And I know you, Tony, and Fanto have been working really hard on that project, and I cannot wait to see the entire thing whenever you guys have that done and ready. So what I want to actually talk about now is Ultima. I know you've been on, I think you've been on a little bit of a hiatus recently, but how has things been going on with the Super Smash Bros. Z project, if you want to talk about anything with it?
Shit. So, yeah, Super Smash Bros. Z, shit has been happening these past 2 months, to where my attention has been taken away from everything voice acting in June, and everything away from Super Smash Bros. Z in July, because I had to focus my attention on this other project I'm doing with a former guest that we had here named Kitagakude.
Yes. Which I want to say this real quick. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I just want to say that I know you guys have been doing your own little podcast series. You guys have done your second or third episode, I believe, as of recent. I'm yet to check it out, but guys, I'm going to post a link to the Project Sakurai YouTube channel for you guys to go over there, and you can go check out the podcast and everything. And I really they kind of inspired me. You guys kind of inspired me to do a little something different with this whenever I post it on YouTube. And that's how I like how you guys have, one, a little bit of background music, and two, you guys have like thumbnail that plays to where it shows like a profile picture for everyone who's a part of the podcast. That you will notice that I'm doing for this episode as you guys are listening to it at the moment. So, but yeah, actually, how I know you've been really busy with the Project Sakurai and everything. I think you guys just released a new episode recently, correct? Of one of the Naruto series?
As far as
Ultima, you're kind of cutting out.
Not necessarily. Think about hey, Japan, listening to this. Yeah, this is how my shitty internet connection is.
Okay, you're clear now. You're clear.
Okay. Japan, yeah, shitty internet connection. That's a key factor in Ultima's shit. But yes, Project Sakura, the episode that was coming out was Sarada Chronicles, which I suggest listening to the podcast and listen to the snippet that was in there, because Jesus Christ, that's one of my favorite things I've ever written for Project Sakura, other than the craziest character I ever had the pleasure of voicing. Oh my god, I just love being crazy as weird Joker voice. But yeah, Project Sakura took a lot of my attention because I'm a writer for them. I voice a shit ton of characters. A lot of them die, and the podcast is every Wednesday, which is why I have this button. It is Wednesday, my dude.
Yeah, so you guys need to go. So you guys need to go and subscribe to Project Sakurai, because man, that is a really big thing you guys got going on there. I can tell, listening to like the episodes and everything, that you guys put a lot of hard work into this. I know we have a lot of people that are on that project, and a lot of those people I am glad to meet. And I know you actually invited me. You're the one who actually told me to audition for like extra roles on there. So I can't thank you enough for that, man.
Yeah. Anytime. I wanted you to be involved in this because we bros, man. Also because I thought that your voice was great for extras.
Thank you.
To eventually be a character.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. And now that we're talking about Project Sakurai, one thing I want to do, and I need to, first get my headphone issue here fixed on my computer, so that way the quality sounds better than what it does on tonight's episode, which I'm sorry, it does sound like that way, and I mentioned in the very beginning of the episode, but I would love to maybe have some of the Project Sakurai crew back on the podcast for some time if you guys would want to do that. And maybe we can get some people from other projects that we're a part of, which I was talking to some earlier, and they honestly said they'd love to be on here.
I'd be down with it because they're pretty cool people. Also, you get on the Sakura podcast at one point. This is a great anime cross.
It's like that anime crossover episode that everyone's been waiting to see. You know, kind of like, what was it, that One Piece, Dragon Ball Z, and I can't remember the other series, but they I know there's like a crossover episode.
It was Dragon Ball Z and Toriko, as well as One Piece.
Right. Okay, so glad to hear everything's going good with the Sakurai project. Glad to hear everything's going good with the Shogun Eclipse. I gotta admit, this was a really interesting episode of Real Talk Radio, and I mean interesting when I say it. Some people are probably sitting behind their computers now in Japan, drawing and making fan fictions about us at this time.
No, do not. I swear to Jesus.
Don't worry, y'all don't have one.
Don't make any fan fictions of us, please, for the love of God. Now that we said that, they're probably going against us, saying, "Oh, Goodman-san, I have a fan fiction for you. I'm gonna ship you with my OC."
I swear to God, if we have another OC that's not OC, fucking fanfiction like that fucking Nappa My Little Pony thing. Oh God, no.
That is the worst thing I ever made. I might hate myself for that.
That was for comedy.
Yeah, that was for comedy.
Was for ships.
Okay, just to make this worse for Goodman, though, it is a hentai manga in Japan called the Goodman Chronicles. So.
What? No. Oh, now I gotta live with that.
I'm gonna be real for a sec. If there's any fucking fan fictions out there, I will probably read it, but I'll probably hate myself because me writing, that'll probably affect my writing.
Yeah.
And just for context, I write Naruto shit for a slight hobby to be voiced. If any of that seeps into that, some weird shit happens. So none of that.
Yeah, we're not going to step on those sort of levels of weirdness.
Giggling, I feel like I'm gonna show. Yeah, no more My Little Pony, Goodman.
No, trust me. I do not. I cringe at My Little Pony. Like, I swear to God, I'm being honest with you. I wrote that out of, like, my cringe for that, and my cringe for Nappa also, and I'm like, I'm gonna hate myself so much for doing this, but gosh dang it, I want to make people laugh. And that happened. That happened, but we're on to much better things now. Before we end this episode...
From Masako.
Yeah, which I don't think he actually read it or anything, and I don't blame him for it. But, so, as we wrap up this episode, are there any last things you guys want to say about this 100 subscriber interesting episode?
It was kind of...
Oh God, my ears.
I'm gonna go last.
Tony, what do you have to say?
I will say this was very. It was very fun. It was very fun for me, but it was a very fun and interesting episode to do. And trust me, more is worse to come.
Mm-hmm. True. Ultimate, you said you wanted to go last. What is it you got to say, dude?
I never got to finish this about Super Special Z. That will be coming back late August, hopefully. Tony, when you're the Shogun Eclipse thing, please show it to me when it's finished and set forth, because I'm actually interested in this now.
I'm very interested in too.
Lastly,
All of a sudden.
That won't be. That'll be ongoing for quite some time.
It's gonna be
we have
ongoing.
2 arcs finished by now. We have the DxD arc finished. Is Testament finished yet?
So it's almost finished.
Okay, and then we're moving on to Monster Mizume and Sakura, isn't it?
Sakura. One
Cool.
of them.
Cool. What were you saying about end of August?
show me any snippet of it, because I do want to see about this.
Alright.
What were you saying about the end of August, Ultima?
Oh, end of August, early September, another Smash Ball episode should be edited and finished.
and this should be, I believe, episode 4. Which on the last episode, I know there's some new people in it, but and one of those new people that we heard was our friend Potato.
Yeah. Speaking of which,
You're getting all of a sudden. Think about getting that Uchiha dick?
Is that Potato?
that's Potato's soundbite that I put on my soundboard. She is a really, really awesome person, as well as oddly can voice Luffy without even watching One Piece at all.
Yeah, she's got I got to brag about her Luffy voice. It's really good. In fact, she's actually just now joining a chat that she was just added to a chat recently that me, Munson, and a couple of my other friends are all in. I'm like, Potato! Hi, Potato! So, Potato, if you're listening, you're a pretty awesome voice actress.
I'm gonna now show Potato that this one gets uploaded.
Yes, please show Potato Tot or Potato Can, whatever.
She's not the underage, trust me. She's a really cool person.
I know she's
hyper.
I know she's gonna laugh at these things.
She probably will.
Yeah.
So, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this brand new episode of Real Talk Radio. Again, go to the Real Talk Radio YouTube channel, which we have a link to that down below. Also, go check out Project Sakurai. Check out the podcast there and everything. There's a link down below. And I also, again, want to give one last final shout-out to some other projects and groups that I am a part of. I want to give a shout-out to Team Studiopolis. They got a YouTube channel going. There's a big animation project fixing to take off over there that we're all working on. I'll post a link to their YouTube channel as well. Also want to give a shout out to another channel known as Light Ivy Pictures. Basically, you guys are all awesome people, and I want to get different people on here onto Real Talk Radio to talk about all these different projects that are going on, because it's really cool to like share these with you guys and everything. Say like whenever we had our friend Kiri on, getting to talk about that and everything was just really, really awesome to hear from basically the main creator's perspective of things. So guys, that's gonna do it for this week's episode of Real Talk Radio, and we'll see you guys again. Good night, everybody.